Welcome everyone, and thank you so much for joining in this very important update here on price action of Bitcoin. As we can see guys, the price of Bitcoin had some move. I mean, we had massive move around 106,000 and then all of a sudden free falling. So what is it? What could be happening in the medium short term and even for the upcoming days? We are going to discuss that in this video, but first thing first, I want you guys to do me a favor and destroy that like button. And to those individuals watching this for the first time, to hit that subscribe button. Thank you very much. Now, first thing first, let's look at this Bitcoin dominant chart, because Bitcoin dominance looks like it is on its way towards the next area of confluence, which is going to be above 70%. Yes, guys, the dominant chart looks like back on its track towards the next area of confluence, which could bring the dominance above 70%. That means holding Bitcoin will be more profitable than holding altcoins or shitcoins according to this dominant chart, because you can see only after testing this area, I think the cool down is going to happen. But until then, Bitcoin will remain strong in my opinion, and that is why I want you guys to look at this price action. I mean, yes, in the medium short term, there might be some pullback because the move what we are witnessing now is absolutely normal. I showed you this couple of days ago. After getting attracted around 105, 106,000, there will be resistance, because in the past price action, this area has always been rejecting us. That's exactly where we came. That's exactly where we are facing resistance. But if we look at this falling wedge, this is also the first price objective. That means a pullback after testing the first price objective, after testing the previous resistance, is very normal. So please simply zoom out if you have any doubt, because in a weekly time frame, even after a pullback, this trend could still head higher, just like as shown here in an example, because we are aware beside this falling wedge, Bitcoin is also facing resistance from this broadening wedge, right angle descending broadening wedge type of formation. And according to this right angle broadening wedge formation, the upper trend line has always been considered as resistance. That is again the reason why we are facing resistance, right? Why we are facing resistance after reaching around 105, 106,000. So what I'm trying to pinpoint is that if the price in the medium short term starts showing weakness, shows a move below 100,000 but manages to remain above 90,000, it will be giving us a buying opportunity, because we know Bitcoin has managed to form extremely important support above 90,000. So price showing weakness, even dropping below 100,000 but remaining above 90,000, will be looked as a temporary pullback, and price after that is expected to head higher. Why? Because we are aware, guys, in the medium short term there is a pullback scenario. I mean, Bitcoin is testing a very important trend line. I mean, this rising trend line is considered as a very important line of support here in the medium short term, which is being tested at the moment. So what I want you guys to look at is a trend movement in this manner. I mean, yes, each and every pullback around this trend line has resulted in a very bullish move. I mean, higher highs, higher lows continuation pattern type of formation, right? So if the price in the medium short term manages to remain above this trend line, then this pullback will be just a temporary pullback before starting with another continuation in this manner. I mean, following this higher highs, higher lows continuation pattern type of formation. But if it fails to hold this rising trend line support, then I personally think we might see a move, Bitcoin dropping below 100,000 and coming for a retest in between 95,000, consolidate around that area for a while, and then a final move to the upside, because we are aware Bitcoin parallelly is also following this bullish continuation pattern from this Williams alligator indicator. I mean, Williams alligator indicator, whenever we see green line at the top, blue line at the bottom, it has resulted in some very bullish move in the past price action. In our case, this is also a bullish cross. Green line is at the top, blue line at the bottom. So any sort of a pullback, now even these trend lines here will be acting as support. Yes, guys, each and every time whenever we have seen this kind of bullish crossover playing in Williams alligator indicator, price starting uptrend, what has happened during a pullback, this trend line acted as support. So we are expecting a very similar move to play out in our case as well. A pullback could be just a temporary pullback as long as we remain above 90,000, and Bitcoin after that could head higher to form a blow of top type of formation. Yes guys, I personally think Bitcoin will make a new all-time high before expecting a reversal, which might look somehow like this. So until then, any sort of a pullback will be giving us a buying opportunity. And not just only the support from this Williams alligator indicator, we also have support from this Bollinger Band. I mean, the central line or the basis line will be looked as support because this is a bullish breakout. Upper line from Bollinger Band gets broken when price is preparing itself for an uptrend. You can see we broke out of upper band, which later resulted in a pullback, but the central line or the basis line acted as support, resulting in a continuation, a bullish continuation. In our case, this is also a bullish breakout. So any sort of a pullback, now we have additional support from this Bollinger Band for Bitcoin above 90,000. And now let me also show you what if we fail to hold this trend line. I mean, in the medium short term, what if we fail to hold this rising trend line? What in that case? In that case, I showed you, we might see a retest. Bitcoin could come in between 90 to 95,000. And another reason for that is this rising trend line here in a weekly time frame. Because if you look at this rising trend line in a weekly time frame, each and every test around this trend line has turned the price very bullish. Higher highs, higher lows continuation. So in the medium short term, if the price starts showing weakness, gets attracted towards this rising trend line one more time before forming a blow-off top type of formation, even in that case, you can see we are going to remain above 90,000. So that's why even according to this weekly time frame, pullback around 95,000 will be giving us a buying opportunity, and price of Bitcoin after that could show a move in this manner because we are aware, according to our leading indicator, Bitcoin has officially started a bull market according to this CPR indicator. Why? Because this CPR indicator was printing a descending CPR, right? Descending CPR gets formed during downtrend, and that was the reason why we had a bearish month in Feb, March, and even April, right? At end after April, we started with a bullish continuation. And now if you look at the CPR trend line, it is no more a descending CPR, but an ascending CPR. I mean, now we are making a recovery. So even for the coming month, if the price manages to break below the support which I just showed you here, I mean the support from this rising trend line, support from this first target, the bullish target, which was around $102,000. If the price breaks below this trend line, please do not panic. I've been very clear with you guys. Even if the price drops around this CPR trend line, there will be a temporary pullback, Bitcoin closing this VCPR, and then a continuation in this manner because R1 line only gets tested during uptrend. So in our case, we have already tested the R1 line. So even after a pullback, but price remaining above 90,000, will be printing an ascending CPR for the month of June. So that's why upcoming month will be bullish if the price of Bitcoin closes the monthly above 90,000. So that's why I'm not bothered, guys. I showed you even in a bigger picture. Bitcoin remaining above 90,000 means even this bullish continuation pattern, pre-halving, post-halving shakeout will play out. From Wyckoff's price cycle scenario will play out, which are all indicating a new all-time high. Yes, guys, a new all-time high is on the line according to our bigger picture. But in a smaller time frame, there could be some turbulence. Bitcoin could come back for a retest around certain trend line, but it does not change the overall picture. So in case of doubt, I suggest you guys to simply zoom out. So guys, these were some of the quick updates that I wanted to share with you in this video. If you enjoyed my vlog, then please do not hesitate to destroy that like button. And to those individuals watching this for the first time, to hit that subscribe button. And by saying this, I'm signing out until next time. Bye-bye.